What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. I'm once again joined by Tyler. In this video, we want to rank every Kingdom Hearts game. So we're including Remind in Kingdom Hearts 3. We are not counting Coded or Union Cross, and we're talking about Chain of Memories, not Re-Chain of Memories. Okay, so I think those are the things you have to understand the baseline of before we jump in. I think this is going to be a really, really fun video. I'm going to hand it over to Tyler. This is going to be the final for now, for like this week, the last Kingdom Hearts video. We're going to be picking things up in a few weeks once it releases for the Xbox One, Remind, I should say, and once we get more Project Xehanort or Dark Road news, we're going to be right back covering it. So we're going to take maybe a week and a half off of Kingdom Hearts videos and then jump right back in. You guys truly rock. We always want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Give your listings. Also, I'm sure some of you will tell us how terrible ours are. We're going to go, I think Tyler's going to go from best to worst, but I'm going to hand it over to him to go through his ranking and explain why he put these games where he put them. Tyler, go ahead.
This actually was very hard for me to do because, and don't worry, this isn't going to spoil the list, but I really like a lot of these Kingdom Hearts games, obviously. I really like Dream Drop Distance. I had a hard time placing them because some of them are, like, how I feel about them are very, very close. So this was pretty hard for me, but here we go. So my favorite Kingdom Hearts game is Kingdom Hearts 2. This is the reason why it's going to be more, they're all going to be kind of shorter reasons, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite because the worlds. I really like the worlds. I feel like the worlds are very different. They're kind of way more diverse. I like all the costume changes. I'm not really a fan of Atlantis with the singing, but it is what it is. But I really enjoyed Halloween Town. I really enjoyed the Pride Lands, Radiant Garden. There was just so much new stuff. I remember getting picked up that day from school. I was so excited. I never got picked up. I always took the bus home. I remember getting picked up. I remember I got the, I think it was not the art book, but some kind of other guide, and I ended up getting 2 by mistake, but I kept them. I had Valor Form, and I had Final Form. Drive Forms are actually one of the other things that I really, really like about this game. So the worlds and Drive Forms I love because it really changed up. Kind of it gave you choice when you're fighting. Do you want to have 2 Keyblades? Do you want to be more heavily on magic? It was really good. I liked how it felt like the game actually grew up. Not that I really needed it to, but I feel like it kind of grew up with me. It took a different take or a turn with the organization. Overall, I just really love everything about it. How they paced it. I just thought it was really, really good. Now. My second is Birth by Sleep. I do really like the group. I would say that I still like, the Sora, the core group, Sora, Donald, Goofy the most, I think. But Birth by Sleep, again, the worlds were really fun. They were pretty different. Everything was shorter, and I understand that. But what really does it for me, what makes Birth by Sleep my second favorite, is the combat. It's so different than any other Kingdom Hearts, even Kingdom Hearts 3. It's so different with how you can, and I love how you can take, the different magics and the different moves and combine them and kind of make it your own. I love that whole aspect. That I had so much fun playing that and creating these mega moves. It was just, I had a blast. I love how it changes just the whole, the combat style, all the different forms, or I can't quite remember the terminology, but those different modes where if you're fire, everything's fiery based. Oh my god, I love that combat so much, and I was hoping more of that was going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. They kind of took that and did a spin on it. This is why I'm really looking forward to Birth by Sleep 2. I hope that they have that system that was in Birth by Sleep. I absolutely love that. Now, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind I have as third. Ironically, Kingdom Hearts 3 is third. And here's why. So. And I actually had Kingdom Hearts 1 there. And I'm the more I kind of think about Kingdom Hearts, am I super, super happy with how Kingdom Hearts 3 came out? Not quite, but the more I think about it, I do like that. Well, I should say what I didn't like originally. I didn't like that you only go to each world one time. That really made me mad. It made me feel like this is not what the base Kingdom Hearts games do. You always go back twice. But then I really thought about it. Even more recently, I thought about it, And I'm like, you know what, though? Here's what they did differently. It didn't feel like Sora and Donald and Goofy were just kind of going to these worlds. This time in Kingdom Hearts 3, it actually felt like there was a reason. Like, Sora was actually learning from these characters. Like, he was getting advice, and he was learning, he was growing as he was going to these worlds. And it actually felt like, for me at least, the first time that these worlds had a purpose. Like, these characters, like Hercules, like, it actually felt like they remembered them. And remembered Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Like, it felt so much more like knit together. Like, Kingdom Hearts is actually part, like Sora, Donald, and Goofy and all these worlds is actually part of these worlds. Sora's learning, like the friendships that are made. I actually felt like that existed this time, where for some reason I didn't before. In integrating the story into all of these worlds, I really, really like that. I also, the more I thought about it, and playing Remind now, for some reason, and you might think I'm dumb for this, and that's okay, because I honestly didn't know, and I didn't do this before. I didn't realize that when you're doing the Keyblade transformations, I did not know that you can switch your Keyblade, and that transformation will be saved. And you could get, like, eventually you could have, like, where all three of your Keyblades have a Keyblade transformation, and you can switch mid-combat. I didn't realize that. Now I'm doing that, and I'm having an absolute blast. It's totally changed how I play this game. They did a really, really good job, and I feel bad, I really do, that I did not recognize that last year when I was playing this game, because I think I would have enjoyed this game a lot more. So, with those changes, now, yeah, do I think that they could have did the Keyblade Graveyard and the whole Keyblade War and all that differently? I do. Am I really happy with Remind? Not really, but it is what it is. I am enjoying playing like in Skeleton Kylum and all of the, like, I'm doing saves again and all that. So I'm kind of replaying it, and I'm enjoying it because now I'm playing it differently because of that combat. So I really felt like, you know what, this actually is my third favorite Kingdom Hearts game. Now, Kingdom Hearts 1 is my fourth. Biggest reason, I feel like it's darker. And I like that. It felt darker. Hollow Bastion, it's like kind of like creepy. I just really enjoy Kingdom Hearts 1, but I don't enjoy the camera. The combat isn't as good. It's kind of slower, which I know some people like. I do like the health system, how it's like the multicolor. I do enjoy that more. I feel like, I don't know why, I just do. I do like the secret bosses, like the Phantom. I can't remember the name of the one that was in Agrabah. And there was another one, too. I just can't remember. But I do remember really having fun playing those, flying around, Peter Pan's, that Big Ben. I remember, I have all these memories of fighting on the ship. Like, I had so much fun when I was younger and doing these summons, and there's Simba, and there's something magical about Kingdom Hearts 1, but obviously, as the new games have come out, it is more dated, so I do still like it, but it's still my number 4. And Dream Drop Distance, I wanted that to be number 4, because I love Dream Drop Distance, but there's just something about the vibe I get from Kingdom Hearts 1 that puts it a little bit higher. But Dream Drop Distance, I do really like it. The combat, all of that was a lot better than, like... I would say it was better than Kingdom Hearts 2, but some of it wasn't. There's just something about Dream Drop Distance that I really do like. It's just hard for me to place it because, for some reason, I can't, like, commit to it, so much. I do like that we get to play as Sora and Riku, but, and, the worlds are all right, too. There's just something about Dream Drop Distance that just felt like the other games are a little bit better or come first in my heart, I guess. I don't know. Shadow Memories for me is 6th. I did not like the card style at all. I was probably too young to play that kind of game, but I hated that. And then I have 358 over 2 last. And I know that's going to upset people. I love Roxas. I love Axel. And I do like Xion, kind of. Not really. I don't really care about her as much as I care about the other characters. But I do like Roxas and Axel. But I'm not really into... It's just kind of a weird game. It's kind of like a weird story for me. I mean, she technically she basically ends her life. I don't know. It's just kind of different, I feel like, for Kingdom Hearts. I appreciate that they did that to show why Roxas does what he does later, but I'm not into that game whatsoever. I really am not. So that's my list. Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, Kingdom Hearts 1, Dream Drop Distance, Chain of Memories, 358 over 2.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up very, very quickly. My number one is Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of the same reasons Tyler said. I think the gameplay is solid enough. The story, I think, is really, really good, and it has like a broad appeal where you can play it, you can watch it, and you can kind of follow it along. This is right before Kingdom Hearts got way too convoluted for its own good. I think because of that, just everything about and just like Tyler said too, the memories of me getting it. I remember for my birthday, I got this game. My parents gave it to me. They saved it for like the last gift. So I have very fond memories playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and I think it's the best game by a mile. Birth by Sleep, I actually never played Birth by Sleep until last year or 2 years ago, leading into Kingdom Hearts 3. I finally played it from start to finish. It's just a phenomenal game. The gameplay is really, really good. Being able to play as 3 different characters, also really good. Just, I don't have as good of a relationship as Kingdom Hearts with Tyler, so as my list goes, it's more of why I don't like them anymore. A Birth by Sleep definitely is an elite one of them. Dream Drop Distance, same kind of thing. Just really, taking it definitely in a different direction, but kind of a welcome direction. So I like the fact that it was a very, very different kind of Kingdom Hearts. Did it make any sense to me? Not necessarily. Does any of the Kingdom Hearts make sense? Not really. Number 4, just like Tyler with Kingdom Hearts 3, I didn't want to be too rough on it. So Kingdom Hearts 3, I did, when we made all these videos last year, we were very, very critical on it, and I don't take any of that stuff back. I think the game is a massive disappointment, but if you're just playing it to play it and seeing it from other people's point of views that did say, hey, I'm just playing it because it's a main installment, because you get to go at all these Disney worlds, all that kind of stuff, you know what? It looks beautiful. The story is okay. If you think about it too hard, it's really going to fall apart. The gameplay is I'll give it that. The gameplay is very, very fluid. It is deep for those that want to go deep, but for those that kind of just want to button mash, and if you don't like that does, I think, hold it back a little bit. The game is very, very easy, I think, until they obviously have added additional things, but the gameplay is good enough where you kind of just it's kind of just like a 30-hour movie for the most part, right? Because the gameplay is not too challenging. So overall, I don't hate this game. I think it's an okay game. I don't think I'd ever replay it like I probably would replay Kingdom Hearts 2, but that is where it's on my list. Number 5 is Kingdom Hearts 1. It has some of the stuff Kingdom Hearts 2 has. Solid enough story. Again, like not too convoluted. First time you're in all these worlds, you're experiencing all these different characters. But the negatives of it is at the time, and even like the mixes, the final mixes and all that stuff, has never really fixed. The gameplay is absolutely atrocious, in my opinion. I've always thought the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts were bad. The gameplay is terrible. The camera work is like, you can't even fathom it. I get it's very, very old. I get that when they made it, obviously there's a lot more problems, and you just go into games now expecting better camera work than that. However, like, it's still inexcusable, and it doesn't really have, I think, the magic of the games higher than it. And again, the negatives of it, I think, pull it down. 358 over 2, it's pretty much just a movie. The gameplay parts are very, very minimal. I do like it. I liked the story of what they were doing with it. It got us to, like Tyler said, it got us to like these characters, and I think it's a big part of it. When you see at the end of 3, when they're all sitting up there, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you remember that kind of stuff, and without a game like 358 over 2, you wouldn't have gotten that. Was it necessary to do? Absolutely not, and that's probably why it makes it here. And then Chain of Memories, for people that have been with the channel a while, or like deep watchers, you'll know I hate Chain of Memories. I've always hated it. I get, like Tyler said, maybe we were just too young and we weren't ready for the card-based game. But getting this game as a young kid, at the time I did, I despised it. I remember being like, why did they change it? The story is good. I think the story is still good. I rewatched the story elements of it last year leading into Kingdom Hearts 3. But I just cannot, I literally will never play this game. And even a game like Kingdom Hearts 1, I could see myself jumping into before Chain of Memories. So guys, again, let us know in the comments below, what is your ranking? Give us your explanations. Let us know what you think about our rankings, as I'm sure you will, in the comments below. Again, these are just our opinions. We are Kingdom Hearts fans, just like you. We can have differences of opinions. It's totally cool. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys have been truly the best over the last couple of weeks. Like I said, we're going going to be stopping just for a little bit, maybe a week, week and a half. And then once this game, Remind, comes back out on Xbox One, I'm sure there'll be more news. There'll be Project Xehanort stuff. So we'll be talking about all that kind of stuff on this channel leading into that game. We'll be covering that game when it comes out. So lots of Kingdom Hearts stuff still coming on the channel. I mean, you guys that have been with us since Kingdom Hearts 3 know that we come back routinely when there's stuff. So we're very, very passionate about Kingdom Hearts. We're very excited to continue talking about it with you guys, and we hope to see you all on the next video.